Guys, let's start this right away, because the price as we are speaking is fighting to regain its trend above this Williams alligator indicator, fighting to regain its trend above this CryptoAnup buy sell indicator. So will this succeed? Because failing to regain its trend above this key line of indicators means the price for the coming days could be preparing itself for another corrective move, a move which could bring us in between 30,000 40,000 before choosing an actual trend direction. Because right now it is not just only the price action flashing us some weakness, but even the news like this: minus outflow has hit a multi-year high, as tens of thousands of Bitcoin worth over $1 billion have been sent to exchanges. Not just only that, even the GBTC outflow. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust experienced an outflow of $579 million in its first trading days after redemption was open after US SEC approval. Yes guys, GBTC outflows could be explained by holders converting shares after redemption was open after the US SEC granted the ETF approval through a ruling change. Skybridge Capital founder Anthony Scaramucci told Bloomberg that some GBTC holders are booking losses and switching to lower fee options. GBTC is one of the largest holders of Bitcoin, managing over $27 billion worth of cryptocurrencies as per data from the blockchain analytics platform Arkham Intelligence. Shares of GBTC have been traded since 2013 but were not redeemable for Bitcoin until January 11th. On January 10th, we got the green light from the SEC. Now, this could be another reason why the price of Bitcoin is feeling this pressure. And also, the bulls are positioning for another retest of resistance. This liquidation heat map also clearly shows us that bulls are positioning themselves in between 30,000 40,000 range. So they are expecting the price of Bitcoin to see some weakness. If this is going to be another grab the liquidity event, that means we should be also positioning ourselves accordingly. We were aware, in our case, the price of Bitcoin got rejected from this golden pocket label. Just like here from the past price action, after 364 days of downtrend, we also got attracted, right? We also got attracted around this golden pocket label before getting rejected. Here, rejection from this golden pocket led to a very massive move to the downside, but I am being very honest. I'm not expecting that kind of move in our case. I am expecting price coming back and testing some key line of support. Support from this 21 weekly EMA, which sits around 37,000 range, and even the support from this ascending channel. Before I show you this ascending channel, I think it's important if I talk about this rising trend line. This rising trend line previously acted as a line of support, but when the price of Bitcoin was below it, this same line rejected us twice. So after getting rejected from this golden pocket label, after getting rejected from this rising trend line, now the price of Bitcoin could be preparing itself for some more corrective move. In that case, what we are going to do, we are going to look around this area from this low till this high. Okay, so for that I'm going to use this ascending channel, and if you look at this ascending channel, you can see guys, the upper trend line here is acting as an extremely important line of resistance, right? You can see resistance, and lower trend line acting as an important line of support. So if this here is going to be a continuation pattern, higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, or let's say if the price of Bitcoin, just like from this past price action, after getting rejection around this upper trend line resulting in a corrective move like this, then we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted towards this lower trend line from this ascending channel before continue our uptrend. I have been very clear guys, every pullback during a bull market could be an opportunity, a buying opportunity. So I personally will be positioning myself around 30,000 40,000 in between that range, because right now not just only this ascending channel pointing us the price could follow this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation and continue our uptrend, but even if you simply look around this area, right, in that case I want you guys to look at this rising trend line. This rising trend line previously acted as an important line of support. You can see each and every time the price of Bitcoin got attracted on this rising trend line, what happened after that? We found support. But if you look at this carefully, this same rising trend line will be looked as a line of resistance. Yes, if the price of Bitcoin manages to come across this POC line, in our case here is the POC line, right? If the price of Bitcoin manages to come across this POC line, which is around 43,500 range, then we will be also above this rising trend line. I mean, this rising trend line, instead of rejecting us here, will be acting as support. So we definitely need the price of Bitcoin to regain its trend above this POC line, because POC line showcases an asset's price point where the most trading activity occurred over the season. So for us, you can see the volume cluster, this 43,400, 40,500 is very important. Since we are below it, we definitely need to find proper support above it if you want to invalidate the bearish scenario. So right now, we definitely need the price of Bitcoin above this POC line. We definitely need the price of Bitcoin above this rising trend line to invalidate the bearish scenario. So please, guys, do not panic even if this bearish continuation pattern plays out. I mean, this ascending broadening wedge. Right now, as we are speaking, you can see the price of Bitcoin is fighting to regain its trend above this CryptoAnup Platinum indicator, fighting to regain its trend above this Williams alligator indicator. If you fail to come across this POC line, if you fail to come across this rising trend line, then we should be looking at this as a continuation pattern. Price of Bitcoin getting attracted in between 30,000, 40,000 before expecting another impulsive move. Yes, I personally think the price of Bitcoin, if it does shows another corrective move here to the downside, it is going to give us a buying opportunity. And even if this ascending broadening wedge scenario plays out, it will be just a temporary retracement before we start breaking here like this. If you look at this in a bigger picture, every drop could be a buying opportunity, even according to this CPR indicator, one of the most important leading indicator. According to this leading indicator, since this is a VCPR, price of Bitcoin is choosing a trend duration without touching any of this line. I have been very clear. There is a very high probability of price testing this trend line. Top CPR line sits around 38,000. The bottom CPR line sits around 30,000. 30,000 to 38,000 will be a buying zone for me. So any sort of a pullback means I will be accumulating more Bitcoin around this price range, and I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin after this retracement to continue this new uptrend, because you can see this year 2024, this is an ascending CPR higher than the previous year. That means ascending CPR indicates incoming volatility, which might be favoring the longs. And not solely this, even if you quickly look at this Wyckoff's logic, I have talked about this plenty of time in my video. Any sort of a pullback in a bigger picture, in a smaller picture, this is in a 4-hour time frame, we can see it is going to give us another buying opportunity, because in that case, we will be approaching around this buying zone. Buying zone means, just like with this Wyckoff's logic, accumulation phase, markup phase, distribution phase, markdown phase, new accumulation phase in between 30,000, 38,000 before forming a new accumulation phase, before continue our new markup phase, before forming another new distribution phase. So looking at this in a different time frame, using different scenarios, any sort of a pullback, even up to 30,000, 38,000 could be a buying opportunity. And not just only this, guys, even if you look at the CPI indicator, you can see very clearly the CPI indicator right now is one of the most important line of support, which we have above 40,000. If this price action fails to find support above this rising trend line, fails to regain its trend above this POC line, and even fails to regain its trend above this CryptoAnup Platinum indicator, Williams alligator indicator, that will result in a corrective move. In that case, this is the area where we could be getting attracted before expecting another impulsive move. But be clear, guys, 40,000 isn't going to be broken that easily, because I personally think the price will do its absolute best to stay above 40,000, even though we are aware about more Bitcoin being sent to exchanges. I mean, minus outflow, even though we are aware about this GBTC outflow, right? Even the bulls are positioning themselves for lower price around 30,000, 40,000, between that range. that is just a temporary retracement in my opinion before the price in a bigger picture starts with this new impulsive move. I mean, price following this ascending channel, higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, because the upcoming Bitcoin halving is going to create supply demand shock. So that's why I don't want you guys to be left out. Even if the price in the medium short term favors the shorts, then please just zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because bigger picture for Bitcoin still looks very, very bullish. And I have also said gold price went on an 8-year bull run after the gold ETF was approved, but on the day it got listed on New York Stock Exchange, the whales manipulated before riding this bull for 8 long years. So this is something what could be also happening in our case, a shakeout before the price starts going completely parabolic. So always look at the bigger picture. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. And guys, before I conclude this video, I just want to overview you that Bybit is giving around 200 USDT position airdrop. New users registered under CryptoAnup affiliate ID 30687 during the event will stand a chance to receive a position airdrop. Bitcoin USDT position, Ethereum USDT position. You just have to sign up using this link which is given in the description down below. Along with that, we also have 30,000 deposit bonus and 2.2 million USDT prize pool competition. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. So by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.